Und da sind wir wieder. Wir können jetzt... Wieso steht da All rest in your cabin? Das passt aber ja jetzt nicht mit dem... Also ich habe einfach den letzten Spielstand geladen. Eigentlich hätten wir jetzt die anderen treffen müssen. Also das hier scheint falsch zu sein. Das können wir gar nicht machen. Wir sollten ja jetzt auch eigentlich runtergehen. Hier ist niemand mehr.
Six, go ahead and take a seat. We'll be getting started soon. All right, everyone. The king tells me he's ready for us. Zen, display priority consortium signal, authorization code 7383 Alpha.
7383 Alpha. Accepted. Now connecting. Consortium King.
Happy holidays, everyone.
So let's hear it then. Why us? Stormbird or Tiamat should be given this one. We're in no condition to be handling a mission like this.
Alana, let him talk.
Rook 25, I can only ask that you be patient, and trust me. You should also know that I have personally reviewed all of your CMC records, with nothing of note found, and I am told X03 is in effect.
Well, exactly, it's X03. So nobody with a CMC is involved? Yes, it is. And we're ready for whatever comes next. Nur das erste.
Executive Order 3. It is an emergency command only utilized when a knight loses control of his or her personnel and is making an emergency landing because of it. It has never been used in 10 years of Consortium operations.
Ha! That's probably because no pawn's ever cracked a fruity on us before.
Or been murdered. Or been shot by bullets fired from a pre-war F-35.
You said ends in an emergency landing?
Unfortunately, that part of the order will have to wait.
I still think it's ludicrous to send us. Okay, well, if you need us, then let's get to it.
So the bishop is in, and the king has never steered us wrong before. Okay, let's hear the plan.
Good. We don't have any time to waste. Now, before I get into the details of this operation, I've decided to bring in another Rook to remotely aid you.
Not only can his political knowledge be helpful, but he also has personal ties with what is occurring in London.
One moment. Some of you already know Rook 3.
James Lensworth! Sorry, Rook 3. What a wonderful surprise. I thought you'd been abducted. I haven't heard a word in months.
Hello, Taryn. Certainly been a while. Things have been pretty crazy up here lately. Disarming Strawman and Global was a real bitch of a job. I've been meaning to connect.
Are you all right? What is going on?
I'm fine. One minute I'm TO in my quarters, and the next I'm being dragged here by my assistant.
Jim, you pencil-pushing bastard. You know you still owe me a drink.
Wade, you crazy bastard. I can't believe they keep giving you the keys to that bucket.
Here, let me introduce you to our savior of the day, Bishop 6. He took down Angelov, survived an assassination attempt, and is all around a pretty great guy.
Bishop, I still don't know what in the pits is going on, but it sounds like you saved some lives. There's a lot of goddamn good people on that plane, so nice work. Hell of a first day.
So why is he here anyway? What's going on? Hi, it sure sounds like you've got some history with this crew. Do you have to be so vulgar? We've already... Nehmen wir das erste.
That's a fine question.
I will explain. Please, we are running low on time. The Churchill Tower, built over the River Thames, near the financial district of London, England.
Oh, God. Did the damn thing blow up?
No, Rook 3. From what we can so far ascertain, your daughter Darcy and the other hostages have been unharmed.
Hostages? Is this some kind of bad joke? I know my birthday is coming up again.
No joke. Not like last year. I will explain everything.
Now, as I was saying, the Churchill Tower is the second tallest building in the world, standing at 840 meters, and consisting of 208 floors, including those below ground.
The top 43 floors are in mid-construction, and will soon be a 5-star hotel. A partially constructed roof will thus supply several safe landing zones for our bishop to aim for.
No offense to anyone present, but I'd like to request Bishop 10 for this mission. He'd get my Darcy out of that nuke waiting without breaking a sweat.
Bishop 6 will get her back, Rook 3. I can promise you that.
Uh-huh. If you say so.
Just breathe, Seeker. Breathe.
I've completed more difficult missions in my sleep. Walk on the park, in the park, at least if it's not some elaborate trap. I'm just fine, thank you. What is?
Good. It's not like they're judging you or anything. What we are mostly concerned with is what lies between the hotel and the businesses below. A currently unknown number of armed soldiers have seized this section of the building, the Churchill Tower Power Facility, specifically where Rook 3's daughter, Darcy Lensworth, is employed. British authorities have given us control of the situation, and we've been asked to handle things as swiftly as possible.
Sir, the newswire says these so-called terrorists are led by Saad bin Laden. How is that possible?
Clearly, American intelligence over the death of bin Laden was incorrect.
Someone is luring us and we're playing right into it like a bunch of amateurs. It's Bishop 2 all over again.
Unless you have something useful to add, Alana, please, be quiet.
Springing traps is obviously what Bishop 6 does best. But she's right, this whole mission is a joke. Springing traps is obviously what Bishop 6 does best, immer das.
Well, you tell Bishop 6 that this trap is shaping up to swallow him whole.
What an asinine analogy. He's a bishop. He can handle any horse shit thrown his way.
Voice and image analysis have confirmed that their leader is in fact Osama bin Laden's son. Here is his statement of their demands, as passed to us by British authorities. I'll let it speak for itself.
الله أكبر والعزة لله. لقد أرسلنا نحن هنا في مهمة جهادية مقدسة لوضع حد للخيانة والخداع الذي يمارسه الغرب على شعوبنا. وقد وصلتنا بحمد الله وعونه معلومات عن نظام إيصال للسلاح الكيميائي VXY الذي يتم تطويره على منشآت مبنية فوق أراضينا نحن لقتل ملايين المسلمين. حتى على الرغم من توقيع اتحاد أمريكا الشمالية على معاهدة حظر أسلحة الدمار الشامل. المجموعة التي تم القبض عليها هم مهندسو وفنيي هذا المشروع الاستعماري للاتحاد، وهم شركاء في الجريمة أيضا. اتبعوا تعليماتنا ونفذوا طلبنا لنفرج عنهم، وإن تجاهلتم طلباتنا سوف نذيقهم غضب الله الشديد. الله أكبر.
Wow. A VXY delivery system, a holy crusade, NAU conspiracies are suffering the wrath of God? And when did people start becoming infidels again?
For all intent and purpose, bin Laden and the men fighting for him should not exist.
We also have no idea why they believe a VXY delivery system is being developed on site, and this makes them highly dangerous. Clearly, disinformation is involved.
But the threat is real.
So, if it's not a weapon, can we assume someone else let them into the tower for another reason? To lure us would be my first guess.
Maybe. These sons of bitches are just stupid and have bad information.
I'm only exploring all possibilities.
It sounds to me like you're only running your mouth and clouding the issue.
Shut up and let the king speak.
I didn't say anything.
Wait for it.
Kay, look. I'm not about to take this bureaucrat's high-handed garbage for an entire mission.
Relax, Boyle.
Alana, you need to accept the situation and let us move forward. Right now.
I'm sorry. Again. I guess I haven't exactly been looking forward to this visit with my dad. Well, I guess I don't have to worry about that anymore, do I?
Oh, you're making me cry.
Alana, don't. Just don't.
Thank you, Night 15. British police, of course, have been explaining to this Bin Laden how ridiculous his claim is. To no avail.
It is time for action. Bishop, I know this is your first real mission, but I want the terrorists subdued and the hostages rescued, by the numbers. This means following your knight's instructions to the letter.
Will this be a difficult mission?
Did you really just say what I think you said?
No, Bishop. From what we know, these soldiers have limited resources and very low-end military hardware.
From what we know, which means he's blind to them. And considering they managed to get into the center of London, you'll likely be up against soldiers with technology we've never seen before.
I know you've probably never fired a gun before today, Seeker. Just keep your shielding up and avoid getting shot through the heart. Night 15. I will leave the remaining details in your capable hands.
Good luck, everyone.
And I've got some catching up to do. I'll see y'all at mission start.
All right. So, we've only got a few minutes till drop time. Rooks, I want you to start prepping by studying schematics and all the other background data that's been supplied to us. I'll be in my office doing the same.
Boss? Kirill is awake and he's asking for the Bishop. Well, he's actually having a bit of a fit.
Bishop, maybe before you head over to the hangar bay, you could go and speak to him in the brig. You may as well see what you can find out. Just make sure you have enough time to gear up in the hangar bay before it's time to jump.
Jawohl. Das mit dem Tower verstehe ich noch nicht so ganz, weil ich glaube ja, der nächste Teil, der dreht sich um Tower. Also kann es gut möglich sein, dass da gleich auch schon ein Schnitt kommt quasi.
There's no higher purpose to your assassination attempt. No grand plan, no celestial governance. And worst of all for you, your god is nowhere to be found.
You haven't seen the things.
Enlighten us then. What have you seen?
The Guardian of Wisdom is here, on Earth. Many of them have returned in anticipation of the prophecy fulfillment. They are here, waiting. Wisdom showed me what was to come. Wisdom brought me into the great abyss of time, and through the ancestors' light, I saw mass atrocities committed by Bishop 6 here and his crew.
It sounds to me like someone fed you LSD-soaked baby food, and then proceeded to fill your simple mind with lies.
Sorry.
I thought you were an enemy of the Consortium. Why do you fight me?
If there's one thing I hate more than the Consortium and its king, is a traitor to their own people. You are less than scum.
I am not a traitor. I swore allegiance long before the king existed. Before he was even an idea in Shelter's head. I was never part of the Consortium, nor the Guardian Church, if you are wondering. They are both lies.
You've got my attention. Try not to lose it.
They are both puppet organizations. False teeth for a far more powerful entity that controls us all. And I do not mean K1.
And so, you actually know who this more powerful entity is? Tell me.
Now you want to hear what I have to say. Forget it.
You don't even know who they are, do you?
You don't deserve the truth. You were given every advantage to destroy this plane, and yet you still failed.
We would not have failed had the knight played fair. Instead, she gasped me like a rabid animal.
You would not have failed had you actually done what you were supposed to do.
And what is your excuse, traitor?
At least I did what I was told.
Ha! Of course you did, since you clearly have no discernible mind of your own. Your wisdom guardian should be so proud.
You really love the sound of your own voice, don't you, Angelo? We'll see how wide you're smiling when they come for you. When they come for all of us.
Let them come. I fear nothing.
Guys, say nothing.
Angelo, you had better start taking these more seriously.
Ooh, you're giving me goose pimples.
If either of you care, I've said all I'm going to say. They'll come. And when they do, they'll have to spare me. God help me. I did what he told me. Maybe he meant for me to fail this time. Maybe I'll be given another chance. Maybe I can still kill the bishop after all.
Shut up! After you say, I have said all I am going to say, it really hurts my feelings when you in fact do not stop speaking.
God will protect me. I know he will. He must.
God is dead. Your other church killed him.
Blasphemous bastard!
Well, isn't she just a whole pile of fun?
Mm-hmm.
Just so we are clear, I do not like you very much. But I may need you before this day is done. So if I tell you what I know, the truth, what do I get in return?
Use his family. He's got a wife named Ivana and an 8-year-old daughter named Liliana. Both are hiding out in Varna City.
I promise we'll protect you and your family.
What is this about my family? Be very careful what you say next. Do the officers on your CMC know where my family is? My wife and child? Please, be honest.
Calm down. I'm only offering help. We do not know where they are. Of course we know.
Where in Varna are they located? If you know, you must tell me.
If you really want to do this, they're in a warehouse off the east end of Primorsky Park. What's left of it, anyway.
Does the east end of Primorsky Park sound about right?
If your king knows where they are, then so do the people that I have failed. My family is already dead. I resign to my fate, Bishop. And I am prepared to die as your enemy. You deserve what is coming.
That man never ceases to amaze me. And don't let him bother you. He's just frightened because the moment we land, he'll be going to prison for a very, very long time. Now, get yourself to the hangar bay and prepare for your jump.
Bishop, you need to gear up. We only have a couple of minutes on the clock. Come to the hangar bay.
Ist das nicht die Hangar Bay?
It's all set to go. Just plug yourself in here and stock up. Once you choose, there's no going back until you return to Zending. Oh, and make sure to grab a freefall suit, or you're not going anywhere.
Ja, und wo? Und jetzt?
So, Bishop, once you're sure you have what you want, let me know and we'll get you off this boat.
A hard point device with use of utility engine, the internal dampener negates various external forces capable of pushing. Mhm. Ah. Was ist das? Freefall Suit. Aha. Und die Arme und Beine. Hier gibt es anscheinend nichts. Okay. Schon eine Menge. Ziemlich unsinnig.
So, are you ready yet?
Yes, let's go.
Good. Okay, sir. He's stocked up and ready to break heads.
We're already in a circling pattern around the Churchill Tower. Open the hangar bay door and wait for Wade's order.
Bishop, be careful and avoid getting shot. Do not wish to see you in the medbay once this is over.
We're in position, holding just above most of the turbulence from the storm. I should be able to keep it steady for your jump.
Okay, jetzt ruckelt's wie Sau.
All right, Bishop. It really only looks worse than it is. Your freefall suit will do most of the work for you.
Okay.
Good luck down there, B. We'll be meeting up at the front here.
Mhm. Kommt also doch noch was anscheinend.
If I can have everyone's attention for a minute, I wanted to say a few quick words before we get down to business.
Oh, it's speech time again.
Yes, Wade, it is. There's no question that we have all been put to the ultimate test today. And in my mind, we have so far succeeded brilliantly. The King is asking for our blind trust and patience with this Churchill Tower debacle. And I, for one, am ready to give it to him. Now, what has happened with Pawn 32 is not something to be taken lightly. And the threat of another traitor is very real. The fact someone as seemingly dedicated as Patricia could do such a thing tells me that what we are up against is something beyond the scope of government.
Well, folks, it's almost Christmas, and all the children are eagerly awaiting the Seeker's arrival. Throughout most of the UK, there will be all officers to mission operations, followed by 20 centimeters of snow. Here at home, we're facing one hell of a storm front.
Prepare for the Mars Project.
Early this morning at the port of Felixstowe, 21 workers were found dead in a cargo container ship. The ship had initiated auto-docking procedures and emergency...
Komm hin, und damit sind wir wieder am Anfang, glaube ich.
21 dead.
Lights.
Nothing further, including cause
Much
of death
better.
and origin of the vessel.
Not so sorry
had
to
been
wake you,
released
Bishop.
by authorities.
We thought you should know about our
And that's
little
the latest from here in London.
escort.
I'm Malcolm Thomas.
Wait, haven't we done this already?
You guys see that?
Ah,
Ah.
that one was a little close, but you have nothing to worry about.
We'll run a full body scan, just to be sure.
Okay, now what the hell was that? 2 near hits in a row. I'm running a diagnostic.
Now that we are, well, mostly alone, I wanted to speak with you, man to man. This whole ordeal has made me very curious about you.
You should be in the break.
That was not a random strike.
The Bishop's vitals are fluctuating.
Oh my god. His suit.
Well now. Who the hell are you?
Hello, Karen. Just sit down and don't get in my way. I'm here for him, not you.
Why don't you show us the traitor behind that voice? Take the helmet off.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will. Shut up and sit down.
I'm detecting conductive elements in the Bishop's freefall suit. Pawn 32 must have reprogrammed the damn CCU output.
Just hang in there. I'm not about to lose you after everything we've been through today.
I don't think there's much of a choice. Oh, he won't take another hit. So, are you ready yet?
No, the free fall suit's been sabotaged.
Oh, shite! Get down!
So, number 1.
And now that you've said it, how do you feel?
Comply now, or I will take Zenlil from you by force.
Is David Benedict. You are really not what I expected. Not at all.
Because I didn't. Stay out of my chair.
Oh, for Christ's sake, what?
He promised me that.
Uh-huh. Okay. This is only the beginning. All paths lead to this inevitable conclusion. Bishop 6 must jump from Zenlil, and he must also be wearing the sabotaged freefall suit, which ends up disrupting our connection and possibly even killing him. This is an unfortunate yet unavoidable outcome, but there is still hope. It is first important to remember that everything you and Bishop 6 do or say and the repercussions of those actions should be seen as neither good nor bad. Your personalized universe is simply a reflection of your choices, actions and inactions. We here at IDGI believe all ways of progressing through the experience are viable and acceptable. Let's recap some of the major choices you've made for Bishop 6 in this particular universe. After acting strange in conversation, Rook 25 suggested you go and see Rook 13, the doctor, to ensure you're doing okay. As Rook 25 suggested, you went to the medical bay. In the medical bay, you first took Rook 13 and Pawn 24, who you really are, and then Rook 13 ran a brain scan which resulted in highly unusual readings. Kirill, Angelov and his homeless mercenaries showed up and you managed to keep Angelov calm enough to allow Knight 15's deception. During the homeless mercenary encounter, Pawn 1 was nearly killed by experimental weapons fire. You saved his life just in time using medical nanite technology. You told Rook 13 that you are not a member of the Guardian Church. Upon investigating the crew about Pawn 7's murder, Pawn 4 led you to believe it was Pawn 32 who was guilty. Pawn 32 denied this when confronted. Because you convinced him of the virus, Wade immediately agreed to find and help clean it out. At the meeting with the Queen, you also met Knight 18 of the Stormbird. He seemed to know something about who you really are, but to what end? On your way to the virtual trainer, Pawn 64 approached you and pleaded for a minute of your time. You told him Wade was listening in over the CMC and that it wasn't safe to talk. He thanked you and left. Wade told you he has to talk to Knight 15 about what happened with Pawn 64. Rook 25 asked you who she should keep an eye on as potentially Pawn 7's murderer. You guessed right. You ended up confronting Pawn 32 face-to-face before incapacitating her for later interrogation. You went to the brick and spoke with Angelov and Pawn 32. You jumped from Zenlil and Bishop 6 was possibly killed in the process. Someone may have sabotaged this freefall suit. Regarding the IDGI-1 anomaly referred to as lightning jumps, which you've just experienced. Though skewered by a confused IDGI-1, each strike allowed you to temporarily perceive past events from your experience, or even experience alternate possible past events. We are most interested in the final jump into the hangar bay. We are working on turning that jump into the start of a new universe, allowing you to warn Rook 25 of the sabotaged freefall suit in time to change the outcome and ultimately save the Bishop. Until then, we highly encourage you to start a new universe and go another round. We know there's much more to be learned through performing different actions and making different choices. When it comes to this other world, knowledge is power. Blub 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 blub. Okay. Ja, ist halt sehr kurz. Ne? Also wir sind jetzt hier noch nicht mal mit der 7. Stunde durch. Ich werde, denke ich, noch einen zweiten Durchlauf machen. Und dabei jetzt dann einen... Was haben wir hier? Completed Streams. Genau, und da werden wir einfach mal einen auf Assi machen. Wir werden gar nicht reden und alles töten. Mal schauen, wie gut das funktioniert. Das dann ab dem nächsten Mal. Bis denn!